我ら3名の力をもってすれば当然ではあるが、穴掘りナンバーワンと言われても実はあまり嬉しくないモグラだな、モグラライオンだな。
ほらからかわないの。それに穴掘りナンバーワンだって素敵よ。
Okay, I've been talking to myself when my mic was not working right. So, as I was saying, Nero, MaidAlter, they came in first. No, they were in first place before I went to bed. So how the hell Mama Raiko and Monk Sunzong even passed them? I'm not sure, because they were like 20 meters behind. And yet they got in second place a minute and 30 seconds around there faster than Nero and MaidAlter. That makes absolutely no sense. Helena I understand, because yeah, she was ahead. I don't know how. But either way, I hope these times don't add up to what we need to be able to race. Because if it does, that means Helena will be closer to the time that Nero and MaidAlter are in terms of being able to race. I can't believe my mic was messing up and I was just talking consistently. Dang it. Ah, jeez. So when the hell are we going to be able to race? Underground first zone. Escape 1 results. Okay, so we're fighting Berserker and Lancer. So let's bring out MaidAlter. And that about does it. Let's go. Oh yeah, hey guys, Cell here, and welcome back to some Fate Grand Order. Figured I'd say that now, seeing as how my mic was not working. I should have paid attention. I just wanted to get into the race and see what was happening. Huh, this looks like some special kind of basement. Not only that... Well, this is disappointing, seeing the rest of you here. Huh, I guess all of our escape tunnels just happened to converge in this room. It's fine. We'll just treat it like another of the race's checkpoints. What's more, each of you got here at slightly different times. I'll make sure to take that into account when tallying up the results, so you have nothing to worry about there. All I want you guys to focus on is taking care of the problem in this room and getting back to the race. Oh wait, this is Gorgon's room. Special containment facility? Is that Scorpion Lady? Compared to what we saw of her in the courtyard, she seems rather... I'll say it, she is huge, beyond huge. She must have been chowing down on all sorts of goodies in here. Now I see, so that is the real body. So they're keeping her completely chained up in here. I found it strange that a servant of her caliber would not attempt to break out of here, but now I understand. With that enormous frame, she would have no hope of escaping this cell. On top of that, it seems she is bound with chains of divine steel. Even if the berry were to disappear, she would still not have no way of escaping. That is why she has no interest in our prison break. No doubt the only joy she would have in all this is watching the smug satisfaction as we fail to escape. At last, the time has finally come. Don't do this. Oh, but I must. I can't tell you how long I've waited for this day. What's going on here? It looks to me like those two have some sort of secret history. Though I suppose that sort of thing is inevitable when it comes to wardens and prisoners. What a tremendously volatile situation. There is a great deal of hostility here. Still, her chest and navel are flagrant violations of public decency. Perhaps the guard has finally begun to properly punish such transgressions. Prepare yourself. I've awaited this day for many years, ever since I swore to safeguard hygiene and cleanliness. And now at last, The reptile safe antibacterial spray order has finally been delivered. It's perfect for snakes. Are you truly a heroic spirit? Are you even human? Not even the cruelest of the Iranians could come up with such a horrifying torture as this. I'm begging you, don't do this, please. I'm shaking over here. My precious scales are trembling in fright. I will admit I am deeply ashamed of the way I've behaved until now. I knew about those reptilian parts of yours, yet I still looked the other way. I told myself they weren't human parts, that they weren't strange and mysterious, that we didn't have the necessary medical equipment for them, that there were other, more important things I needed to tend to first. Much as I may have tried to pretend otherwise, the fact remains. Failing to sanitize some body parts just because they happen to be non-human goes against everything I stand for as a nurse. However, that all ends today. I may have had trouble getting enough medical supplies in Crimea, but in this wonderful modern era, one can order anything and have it delivered right to a door. Now I have everything I need in addition to the spray. I also made sure to read the Snake Care for Dummies book I had delivered with it from cover to cover. As long as one is knowledgeable and prepared with the appropriate medical supplies, one has nothing whatsoever to fear. Until now, I may have not have been able to do anything but your snake parts, but today I will finally sanitize them thoroughly. When I'm done, you will be the cleanest, safest, most hygienic snake in the world, free to proudly show your face wherever you please. Incidentally, I also believe that spaces in between scales are prone to collecting grime or getting caught on this and that. It may be worthwhile to shave them off for sanitization purposes as well. And yes, I did read in Snake Care for Dummies where it said that unlike fish, snake scales are bonded to their skins, so what? This cell was made especially for you with generous amounts of divine steel provided by Fiend McCoomhale. There is nowhere for you to find. Why the hell is he in this? It does sound like I've been hearing voices behind my back for a while now, but if they have nothing to do with hygiene, I won't pay them any mind. Damn, looks like I've got no other choice. You there, help me stop her. I don't know, we're just passing through here. It's not like this has anything to do with us, right? Indeed, Scorpion, to the best of my recollection, we have never been friends, nor have you ever been in a position to give me cleaning orders. Umu, at best we were targets for you to vent your frustration upon an exercise yard. Yeah, you mocked us and said we would fail, you're mean. You villains, it was clear for anyone to see what you were trying to accomplish. Very well then, I'll make you a deal. Help rid me of this god and I will help you escape in return. Now I see, we scratch your back and you'll scratch ours, eh? Should've just saved us all some time and led with that, dumb Orochi. We have other things to worry about. We can't afford to waste our time here. Our top priority is to make it outside. If you can help us do that, I am willing to assist you. Indeed. Besides, it is summer, a season that comes but once a year. If I were to remain in this dim hole, my new custom-fitted swimsuit would be all for naught. No, that's not it at all. I must get out in order to uphold my duty of maintaining decency in summer. Either way, we can't turn back now. We need to take out that guard and bury the evidence that we were here. If we can get a powerful prisoner and our debt on top of that, that's great too. You know, when she puts it like that, it makes this whole business sound incredibly shady. No kidding. Alright, jailers. I mean, it's not like these jailers can do anything to us, right? Alright, come on. Yes, that's right, attack Fran. It's not like you can actually harm her in any way because you're a freaking Lancer. And goodbye. Now let's do this, Nightingale. You have a break bar. Yeah, you do. Huh. Well, already then. Do that, and that. There you got both the Jailer Bees and A's. Now it's just Nightingale. And all her Noble Phantasm does is that she can heal. That's pretty much it. So we are good to go in that category. Yeah. You can't do anything. Now hopefully Maid-Alter can take out this great boy. Yes, she can. Get some crits going. 20 crit stars, alright, good. And she only has 23,576 HP. Nito, no! You actually got killed by a level 30, how do you feel? How dare you! Damage up! Let's do this run! Bop, bop, and right there. Bop. Bye-bye! Man, gotta love Fun's damage. Alright. Got a golden berserker for that, not like I need it. I need blue berserker gems, but that's about it. It's the Meep Show! Mabe. Man, I was doing so good at calling him Mabe too, dang it. Ruling and riding with a smile has always been Queen Mabe's motto, but lately something has been weighing on her mind. What's the matter, boss? Why the long face? This is Mabe's right-hand woman, a self-proclaimed goddess from Mexico. As it would be unacceptable for anyone to have higher standing than the queen in this country, self-proclaimed part is a necessary contrivance. I was just thinking about those things that have been paved all across my country. Ah, you went on another patrol? I think it's great how you're so enthusiastic about your work, yes. Well, I don't, huh? How dare they cover Connacht in those eyesores? This is my land, damn it. At least they haven't made their way to this prison yet, but if they do start showing up here, then... I don't think we have to worry about that. Those aren't being used to control this place, they're just making a track to a race on. A circuit, yes. This thing about them pissing me off. Just thinking about them pisses me the hell off. Did you say something? Nope, no dije nada. By the way, how's the interrogation going on those prisoners I captured the other day? They seem like they know something, but since I've been letting you handle the whole thing, I have no idea what you might have learned. Bien, of course. It's going great. I've been putting them all through rigorous interrogations every day. Unfortunately, they're so tough that I haven't learned anything yet. No wonder those heroic spirits managed to conquer your nation. I'm sorry, Mabe. I'm afraid I'm going to need more time to get something conclusive out of them. I know there's no possible way they could have ever escaped this prison, so technically we can afford to take our time. But I just can't stand the thought of those things being plastered all over my kingdom. Hurry up and get them to tell you how to peel those things off as soon as you can. Understood, your wish is my command, boss. This whole thing has me annoyed. Actually, I'm horny. Hey, you're still training the prisoners, right? Never thought I'd be reading this, but it's Mabe, so it makes sense, but hey, Mabe. Well, let's do some scientific experimentation. Why not? Naturally, pounding the art of lucha into many people as possible is the primary reason I'm here, yes. Then bring me your most promising trainees right now. I'll take them on myself. Oh gosh, to be honest, I'd really rather not squander my most promising trainees' potential like that. If they go up against you, you'll either break them or they'll get so caught up in your nighttime lucha that it'll throw off their training balance. Nighttime lucha. I want to see this even more now. Then again, if that's all it would take to stop them, they might not ever be able to become true warriors anyway. Wait right here while I go and get them. That just shows what a wonderful queen we have. No matter how busy she may be or how mind-numbingly difficult a problem she may be tackling, she still takes time to directly interact with her prisoners as much as possible in the bed. What kindness, what mercy, what devotion to equality. She is truly a warden among wardens, a queen among queens. No one is better suited to rule this kingdom than her. Now let's enjoy watching the queen's personal rehab program for ourselves. Turn the child safe filter off. Turn it off, damn it. I know I could just go to Pixiv or any other freaking site and I could see something that's not child safe. But turn it off, damn it. I'll blur every single thing that's not child safe on here. Just let me freaking see it myself. Oh, damn it. I could blur everything and just have fun seeing it myself. Great job, boss. Feeling better now? Of course not. This didn't help resolve the problem outside the prison walls at all. Didn't make for a good workout though, and hey, look at the time. I'd better get back to my office for a shower. Taking a shower in her office at the same time every day is another invaluable part of the Queen's routine. Can you at least show this? No? Fine. In the Queen's own words, there's no telling when the trap I've laid outside might catch the guy I've had my eye on, right? I've got to be ready to go out any time. The guy you got your eye on. Ku is here? Huh? What a brilliant example of risk management. Read, The Mind of a Thirsty Young Woman. To all you viewers, if you see the Queen's prey anywhere, make sure to call in and let us know right away. And don't bother trying to catch him for yourself. His evade performance makes him harder to catch than his 3-star rating would imply. Yep, it's Ku. They couldn't have made it any more obvious that it was Ku. I mean, what with Ku Alter in America, with Mabe, and this now. Be on the lookout for blue hair, squinted eyes, and red spear, and possibly a druid staff. Keep in mind that he may appear younger than you might expect. He is also known to occasionally become a berserker, so use extreme caution when approaching him. I'd have no problem with that. He ain't no berserker. I'll never have the berserker Ku. We may make sure to shower at the exact same time every day, given how hectic her schedule is. It's one of her precious few chances to take a well-earned break. Now let's just sit back and enjoy the sound of water hitting the Queen's perfect body. I don't hear anything. Damn it! Do they have to censor that as well? They gotta ruin all the 18+ rated fun, don't they? I know you can't show it, but it's the thought that counts. No? Fine. Like that. Okay. Inner courtyard. Oh, we get more of the 5 more of the things. Cooperate turn chains. So we gonna be digging again, or what? Digging a tunnel through the ground here, it sounds like real pain. Here, I thought you were a bunch of annoying flies, but it turns out you're actually a bunch of grubs. I'm impressed you made it this far without getting stepped on. You've got a lot of nerve for someone who would have gotten her ass handed to her without her help. It's probably just to embarrass to show her appreciation. She looks like a servant whose spirit origin is made up of pure soon to me. I gotta say, throwing a bit of deity in the mix would do her some good. Well, I can appreciate your pride. I would try to keep that attitude of yours in check if I were you, Scorpion. Remember, we now possess the source of your greatest vexation. The only thing more powerful than a maid is the maid with the reptile sanitization spray. Is that what you think? Take another look at the bottom of that canister. It looks like the bottom melted off and now it's empty. When did that happen? My acid can melt any living thing. Ordinarily, I only use it to digest prey I've eaten, but it's easy enough to use on small objects. Oh, acid you say? How very fortuitous. We still have a lot of digging left to do after all. We have been fortunate up to this point, but there is one thing I've been concerned about. What if we come up against a great boulder or other obstacle we couldn't clear with our bare hands? That's why, like I saw you do, you dig around it. I don't like where this is going. Yep, we're gonna be using your acid to burn down the boulders. Are you telling me to cough up my acid just to help you dig your way out of the prison? Well, of course, isn't that why you were just going on about how wonderful it is? You know, Monkey used to do the same thing all the time. I'll build a castle in 3 days, boss. There's no way a Shibata or anyone else could pull that off, boss. So now it's time to cough up or shut up. We made a deal. You said you'd help. Were you lying? I did say that, didn't I? Stop looking at me like that. I wouldn't do anything so boyish as to break my word to a human, or even a mechanical doll. Indeed, my daughter is frightfully adorable when she looks up at you with those baby blue eyes while she tilts her head like that. I totally get it. As I've told you countless times before, Fawn is Victor's girl, not yours. Well, the problem now is that there's only one of you and 6 teams of us. Yes, there's 6 teams of us, but she can split herself 6 ways. If you recall, she was able to split herself so that she could go up into the exercise field area, whatever that was called. So yeah, she can split herself 6 ways and she can help whichever team she wants to help the most. And we have our own reasons for why we can't all escape together. Depending on how things go, we could all end up fighting over who gets to use your acid. So you are racing as well as escaping. I'm starting to see what's going on here. Well, no matter, it's none of my concern. All you want is my acid, correct? You should be able to carry that around in any container coated with magical energy. Let's give it a try. These cups should do the trick. Now then. Why did she just turn around like that? She's gonna puke inside the cups and she doesn't want others to see. Inhale, exhale. Okay, here goes. Yes, this should work. Here, you can carry it to knees. Quite generous to me to throw in containers for free. If I do say so myself, said while wiping her mouth. Hold it. That's what I think it is. It better not be. It's not. It is pure acid. At any rate, I can't move from this cell. As you can see, I'm bound by divine steel chains. But you're free to take my acid with you in those containers. However, let me be clear about one thing. I cannot just make more on a whim. Why is that, you ask? This may be hard for you to understand, but producing it makes me extremely hungry. No, I get it. I totally get it. If anything, it'd be more surprising if that didn't happen. Is that true? I mean, she did throw up. Into 6 containers. Yes, it is. My mechanical doll. No matter how badly you want this acid, I can only produce so much. So if you want it that badly, you'll need to pay me tribute every time you ask for more. Something that would fill my stomach would be best, of course. In fact, I wouldn't mind if you offered up yourselves. Provisions, eh? As prisoners ourselves, those aren't exactly easy to come by. Good thing I know a human or two who can help. I think we can make this work. Talking about me and Mosh? Looks like we know what the next resource we need is. Right, you on, Master? It seems the amount of help, acid Gorgon can provide will have a significant bearing on how quickly everyone can progress. Let's be sure to bring Gorgon things she'll like to speed along everyone's escape. So now we're bringing her stuff, huh? Alright. Alright. You all know what you need to do next. The race to escape is back on track. What exactly do we need to give Gorgon? Is it the same thing we've been giving to Nero and Maid Alter? AKA the calorie meat? What the heck? Tetris? This is literally a Tetris map. Oh, okay then. Everyone's currently at 960. Helena is currently behind, thankfully. So, Cheon, Timo, Toria, Nero, Spoon, Shovel, Drill. Let's do this. So now we need riders, huh? Rider. Well, here's Mabe. Oh, I hate some of my friends. I really do. No offense to them, but why is it that whenever I don't get a servant, a bunch of people on my friends list tend to get them? It makes no sense. Calorie meat, I have 23 of you. And yeah, I spent some of my ramen to buy calorie meats. Alright. Of course. Hold on. That might kill that one. Okay, it definitely will. And I also max-foed Helena and Mamoraiko Lancer. So, ultimately, we should be fine, I'd hope. In terms of at least being able to do decent damage. But I don't think I even foed Fran or Nidochris. Mainly again, no, because they're NP level 2. Well, no, NP level 1, and that's why Helena and Mamoraiko got the foe treatment, because they're at least level 2. Ooh, nice crit. You know, I suck casters, and I'm like, okay, I'll just leave my assassin in here. Yeah, good call. Luckily, at least only level 12s and 22s, and it shouldn't take that long. Okay, kill that one, and then just going for some more crit stars. I haven't actually paid attention. What exactly is Helena shooting out? And a Noble Phantasm can kill every... Ooh, we get to see what her Noble Phantasm is. Okay. And she's a arts user as well. Increased damage. You know, for a second I thought that would actually buff everyone, but no, it only buffs quick. Whoops. Okay, that's NP, crit star gain. Apply damage up for yourself and increase charge for one enemy. Alright. Sanat Kumara wheel. Let's do this thing. Whoa. That's a lot of flying saucers there. That's pretty cool. Damn, it almost killed that one as well. Good job, everyone. Victory! That was literally the first time I've ever seen Helena's new Noble Phantasm. That's awesome. Oh man, it was so close to leveling up again. Yet again, we're digging up. You know, while grinding the last one, I used Nero Claudius Caster every chance I could get. She's actually really freaking good. I wish I actually got her. Wait, what? What the? Fran and Nito are first? 953. And what? Okay then. This sucks. But yeah, you know, Claudius Caster is freaking amazing. She does so much damage. Which makes me all the more just upset that I didn't get either her or Maid Alter. But yeah, I guess I will be right back the next day, because this is probably going to take the entire rest of this day unless people just start rushing it completely. Alright, it's now Escape 2 result. We're fighting yet again another Avenger. Oh boy. Well, Best thing to do when fighting an Avenger? Bring in a Berserker. Totally not. Nito, swap out with... Where is she? I know last time it wasn't necessarily who I thought it was gonna be, but this time, yeah. BB. Now this time it might actually be Gorgon again, or it could be the dog that we fought last time. Let's go. I'm already pretty sure we saw the result as it was just casually loading. Good. I can see light at last. We shall be able to make it out of... Wait, what's this? Tch, what a dreadfully unpleasant turn of events. We can't go through this light, which means... This is the prison field. Now what? It seems our hands are tied. Does this mean the barrier actually reaches this far into the ground? Maybe. I figured there was a chance this could happen, but we're still kinda getting shafted here. Let's head back to Gorgon's cell and plan our next move there. Okay, going back to Gorgon's cell. Yeah, we're fighting her. Haha. Oh, this is turning into a wonderful day. How does it feel learning that all your efforts to escape are for nothing? Oh, please do tell me. I'm just a monster locked in her tiny cell, so I would love to know how it feels, even after you begged for my help. What was the point of such celebrated heroic spirits going around underground like so many filthy rats? I'm so happy that predicament amuses you so much. You look as happy as you just killed an Oni. I believe I know that delight better than anyone else. I would be glad to demonstrate my technique here. And of course the best demonstration would be in the live combat demonstration. And why not? I'm in an excellent mood after seeing your forlorn faces. I could be persuaded to help you vent. Hey, stop that. We don't have time for this sort of nonsense, I swear. You should listen to your elders, you know. I am most impressed that you are able to say such things to both a monster from the Age of Gods and heroes from ancient times, Helena. Most audacious indeed. However, it is precisely those sorts of heroes who tend to die young. In that sense, it is entirely plausible that she is the eldest among us, at least in terms of mental age. My mental age? Ha! Don't be silly. My body may be 50-something, but my heart is still in its teens. If anything, I would like nothing better than to continue singing the praises of youth and now and forever. Feel free to encourage me in this pursuit. Nope. Fatal battle 1 of 1. Yeah, see, I didn't really need to change. But what? Ooh, Nobu gets to do a full chain. Alright. She's the one who can do the most damage currently. Ooh, my god. We don't have Nobu. We don't. But what we do have is her Noble Phantasm right now. Which does increase NP gauge each turn, 5 turns for all allies. Really? Increases 5 turns for all allies, huh? That's kind of cool. Increase Quick and Buster. And that does it. Let's go. Nobunaga, the rock and roll. Buster, Brave Chain. Holy crap, she decimated. She actually decimated her, damn. Man. That's actually kind of cool. Makes me upset that I didn't get her as well. Are you done getting that out of your systems? Now that we all understand one another, let's get back to business. You mean back to the fact that the prison field extends all the way down to the ground? As a god of the underworld, I understand how important the subterranean domain is, but still. I knew it was possible that might be the case, but still, I didn't actually think it would be. I mean, it's a huge waste to keep such a powerful barrier on it all the time, and have it extend to the ground. Wasting energy is bad.
Very bad.
It must be a spherical barrier that surrounds the entire prison, so he won't be able to get around it by just digging in another direction. Which means we're right back where we started, having to do something about the prison field itself. So we weren't able to avoid the core problem at all. I had a feeling that might happen. And then we need to come up with a way to remove that barrier. You seem like you know the most out of anyone here. What do you think? I already told you the only way to do that is to cut off at its source. That means killing Mabe. That does look like the only option, but thanks to that barrier, we would have a very hard time fighting her on even ground in this prison. After all, she possesses the power to completely dominate everything here. Her very existence is an entirely different plane, like we pharaohs and the common masses. Much as it pains me to admit that, then we have no choice but to kill her on an uneven ground, namely assassination. Fortunately, I know a lot about that since I've been on both sides of that particular coin. I'm afraid I don't see how assassination would improve our chances. Whether we tried to cut off her head or poison her, there's no guarantee that it would actually work on her, in this place. If Mabe had some sort of weakness, something we could exploit that we could be sure would kill her, then the situation would be different, but she does have a weakness. She does? You didn't say anything earlier. Well, come on, what is it? What is it? I've only heard her mention this once. There was another prisoner here who attempted to escape by trying to kill Mabe, much like you lot are doing. Of course, he was quickly defeated, but as Mabe made him crawl along the ground so she could step on him and make him lick her shoes. She laughed and said if he really wanted to kill me, you should have shot some at my head. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. What was it she should have shot at her head? Cheese. Her weakness is projectile cheese. You're kidding me, right? Are you kidding me? I mean, I know that she is the cheesiest heroic spirit of them all, but still. No battles. Cheese. Her weakness is projectile cheese. Nani? You're kidding, right? Is this supposed to be Greek humor? For a second, I was thinking the same thing. But it's true, according to legend, it actually was a hunk of cheese that killed Mabe. After Mabe killed her sister, her nephew took it upon himself to avenge his mother. One day, while she bathed, he launched a hunk of cheese at her with a sling. It went right through her head. Some hard cheese can be tough as rocks. I'm not sure even my shield would be able to deflect them. Are you freaking kidding me? This is the corniest and cheesiest thing I've heard. Celtic cheese is hardcore. Well, Nobu's laughing. Let us ignore this one as she rolls on the floor laughing and answer me this. Are you certain this will kill her? Well, I definitely think it's possible. If that kind of cause and effect fate is engraved upon her existence, it would result in a rule she cannot escape. It wouldn't even matter how strong the prison field is, because while maybe able to neutralize attacks, can't do anything about that sort of thing. Still, geez, huh? I almost feel sorry for her. If I'd gone out like that, I'd have to wipe out humanity to get out from under the sheer humiliation. I understand how important the element of surprise is in assassination, of course, but still, geez. I knew it. People can die in all kinds of ways, even from things that seem harmless. How dreadful. At any rate, let's say that we can't kill Mabe by bonking her on the head with some cheese. She obviously knows that what her weakness is, so she'll almost certainly be guarding against it. And all the time we've been here, Mabe has really shown herself to prisoners like us. And when she does, she makes sure to surround herself with so many Celtic warriors who could block any airborne cheese projectiles or the like. I mean, you either get Ku to do it, or you can get me to do it, seeing as how she basically sees me as one of her own citizens. Correct, she may be lax about the prison when it comes to anything that isn't the barrier, but she always makes sure that she herself is well protected at all times. So ideally, we want to take our shot when her guard is down. Where and how does Mabe usually spend her time? She usually seems to stick to the warden's office. It's the room on the top floor of the building that looks like a palace. You can see it from the courtyard. I don't know how she spends most of her time. All I know is that she always takes a shower in her office at the same time every day. Even if she's in the middle of riding prisoners in the courtyard. It's not that type of riding, right? She'll always drop whatever she's doing to return to her office at that time. I see, so that means there's one time every day when we can always be certain of where she'll be. Of course, as prisoners, there's no way we could go to the warden's office ourselves, but we do have a decent number of chances to go to the courtyard. In which case, wouldn't it be possible to snipe her from there? Her bathroom must have at least one window, right? It sounds interesting in theory, but I have my doubts about its practicality. In a situation like that, the single most important thing we would need is measurements. The distance from the firing point to the target, the angle, the weight of the payload, and so on. Everything is ruled by numbers. Yes, we'd certainly have to run a lot of calculations. While Mabe's nephew may have gotten away with a sling, we'd probably have to build a small-scale catapult. My apologies for asking the obvious, but isn't that all something we would be able to do one way or another? After all, there are a number of people here who excel at calculations and inventions. Of course, I've already made all the necessary calculations. That's precisely why I have doubts, as there is still one thing we lack. As shady as this gentle criminal may be, I have a much easier time agreeing with him than I do with that half-witted alternating current eccentric. He is right, I believe there is still one person that we lack. Indeed, the direct current ogre here may be a fool. Numbers are numbers, no matter who comes up with them. At the very least, we would indeed need one more person. One who not only possesses the same calculative abilities as we do, but who also knows the precise dimensions and details of the prison structure. We have not been in prison here for very long. While it may be theoretically possible for us to acquire all the data we need for such a shot on our own, we simply don't have enough time. So basically, we need to find someone as smart as you three, who also knows the prison inside and out. Aha. Oh, I know what that laugh means. You're pretending to be happy about seeing us to go through desperate, doomed lengths to escape. All while secretly planning to give us 100% reliable information out of the kindness of your heart. I've got to say, you're really rocking some pretty high-level moe here. Sorry about how dense my partner is. As an ace saber with a much higher social IQ, I'll keep her in check for you, so don't let her stop you. Man, now that there's no race to focus on, I really don't have much to do. Guess I'll just have to bide my time and wait for a chance to catch this new saber off guard. Oh, don't do anything to poor Fran. She's staring really hard. And this is not a good sign. That self-proclaimed heroine is eyeing my dear daughter much the same way a snake would a frog, or would a butcher a plump pig. If things take a turn for the worse, make sure you hide out inside my body. Okay. So, go again. Let's pretend all that never happened and answer me this. Do you have any idea where we could find someone like that? Very well, I've only heard rumors about them, but there are supposedly other prisoners here besides me that are kept in special solitary confinement cells. One of them is a cunningly dangerous criminal who is kept deep beneath the prison and is monitoring at all times. Yet even in confinement, they still know all there is to know about this prison, or so the rumors say. Is that so? I did not think such prisoners existed. We can reach them from here. Why you? How dare you ask me for directions as though I have nothing better to do than provide them to you? I mean you don't. You're literally locked up. You have no other form of entertainment but to help us. And see us fail. Still, I suppose I can have you thinking I don't know, so I'll at least tell you the general direction. Perhaps you'll find them if you keep digging that way, and perhaps you won't. I look forward to seeing you return here and failure again. Nicely done, nicely done. A heading should be enough for us to make this work. Now let's go ahead and set a destination for our tunnel digging race. Your next checkpoint is a solitary confinement cell where this dangerous criminal is being kept. Remember, this is still a race. I expect to see you all digging your fastest as you try to beat the other teams. Okay, there's one more lake to go. It's time for some more tunnel digging fun. So we're going up or down? Thank you for the same quartz. Whoa! It literally is the final leg of the race. My god! Fun is at 18. What the holy hell, man? 53, 58, 87, 82, 18. Everyone's leaving Nortoria and Nero high and dry. Well, I mean, seeing as how this is still the same fights, I will be right back. Of course, winner's fun. Electric Steam featuring Papa. No doubt that they would win. That's actually what he sounds like? Wow, I have never heard his actual voice, mainly because I never summoned him. So this is weird to me.
Okay, Papa.
回避を推奨するプロフェッサーメイスでの生態は危険極まる
Okay, who came in second place? Well, alright then. Helena's almost in first. Nobu should be coming in third. Alright then. Alright, who came in second place? Of course, it was you two. Is the third place up yet? No, it's not. Dang nabbit. Okay, so one more. But hey, it's the first time I've ever actually seen it done this way. So, after Nobu wins in third place, then Nero and Maidalter come in fourth. Then we'll technically be done. Can I just leave the terminal and come back and then they can... Nobu can have won? No? What the heck, man? I don't have enough AP for this. Guess I can use a bronze apple 5. Whoa! I just hit level 135 and I got a Zanquartz for it. Oh, damn! And I can have one more friend. I'm all alone. There's nobody here besides the people who God made alter but me. I was telling on my friends list that has her freaking NP level 4, man. That just makes me want to cry. Like, legitimately, it makes me want to cry seeing someone with NP 4 made alter, yet I haven't even gotten one of her. It sucks! Alright, so 15, 23, 28. So while I spend my EP, I guess I'll be right back again. Alright, let's go and see what has transpired. I was extremely tired, so I couldn't finish the rest of it. Well, look at that. They got 4th place, 28 hours, 8 minutes. Oh, jeez. 5th place. And that means the last one is... Helena. Thank God, because she got 1st place last time. Wow. Wow. Vaughn managed to finish an hour and 20-something minutes before Nero and Maidalter. Dang. That's kind of ridiculous. Oh well. Now, it's been quite a while since last time. Like, I think about 10 plus hours, so I have no clue what's currently happening. Assassination 1, preparation. We're fighting a Lancer. So since we're fighting a Lancer, let's bring Fran. And let's bring Fran. Wait, hold on. No. This isn't my summer team. Come on. Right here. Let's bring Fran. And let's take BB out of here. And who did I have here before instead of BB? I honestly do not know. Nito? Yeah, it was Nito. Okay, let's go. Assassination 1. Now, will the assassination attempt go through, though? I'm not entirely sure. It probably will not. So, who's this dangerous prisoner over here? Looks like you're all here. Remember, everyone, the race is still on, so I'm keeping track of how long it took each of you to get here. Now, as for the prisoner in this checkpoint, this time I'm not going to say anything. I want you all to talk this out among yourselves. Enkidu, oh god. Well, hello there. It's not often I get visitors. Is this the one that Scorpion woman told us about? It seems so, yes. This is the dangerous criminal she mentioned. They certainly seem to be getting a different sort of treatment than the rest of the prisoners. Those are some awfully secure bonds. It's almost hard to believe we're in the same prison. Well, it's not as if they've been completely denied any freedom. Look, they're using their chains to pick up and read clay tablets. It may look like a pretty interlock setup, but its inner mechanisms are amazing. All they need to do is brush their fingertips across the surface and it changes to the next page. I wonder what time period it's from. Books are great. You should all read the Book of the Gods. It will give you knowledge and help you grow as a person. As far as I'm concerned, there is no downside whatsoever to learning the teachings of the gods. It's a book of instructions or maybe commands or specifications. I can see none of that interests you. Well then, let me introduce myself. I'm Enkidu, the thought criminal from the Age of Gods. I've been a prisoner here so long I've lost track of time. May I ask what you did to warrant such a lengthy incarceration in such confining restraints? Well, the short version is probably that I refused to obey Mabe and become one of her subjects. That can't possibly be the only reason you've been kept here like this. Are you sure there isn't anything else? Yeah, come on. Be honest with us. Surely you must have done something else to land you here. My personal view was that you had done something like, say, force people to play a game where they have to look for a bomb you've hidden in a teapot. Or maybe trick some weak-willed people into starting a riot with words alone. You know, some sort of devilish, criminal genius plot like that. Impressions, eh? That was certainly part of it. As soon as Mabe saw me, she said, that face, that's the face of a dastardly mastermind. A psychopath who thinks of us plotting of as little of plotting to overthrow nations as he does making his morning tea. That's the kind of criminal who would come up with this sort of calculated, cold-hearted plot that could throw the entire kingdom of Connacht into pandemonium and somehow leave their hands completely clean when it was all over. That's the kind of loathsome deviant we're dealing with here. Everyone get them. And just like that, they brought me here. No questions asked, it was, as they say, a trumped-up charge. Poor thing. Well, there's no telling what the future holds. It's not entirely out of the realm of possibility that I might come up with such a plot the next day, so Mabe may not have been entirely off base. He is certainly reacting to his circumstances remarkably well. Was he actually a she? Nonetheless, she did not actually commit any crimes, correct? And even if you had, there is no way you could have hoped to reform well bound as you are. As a prefect, I cannot overlook this transgression. Stay right where you are. Do not move a muscle. She has let the most dangerous criminal free. Oh god. It's been so long since I've had my restraints removed for anything other than meals. Thank you. Those restraints were made to be impossible for me to remove on my own. There's no telling how long I might have had to stay here if you hadn't come along. As you can see, Queen Maeve's weakness is the fact that she is focused solely on restraining criminals, and is thus helpless against other forms of power. Her authority must only extend to captured criminals and doesn't have any effect on external sources of power. Say, I know this is shameless of me since you've already been kind enough to help me, but since it's been so long since I've been free, I hope you don't mind if I ask you for another favor. What is it? Do you wish for me to clean this room for you? Right now, I am a summer maid devoted to serving Master. However, I would be willing to make a house call if she were to grant me permission. I wanted you to make a house call by being summoned by me, but no. No, I'm not going there. I said I wouldn't go there again. I'll just mention one thing. I don't know if I mentioned it before. It still really ticks me off that one of my friends has her NP4. One of my friends has her NP4. She never came once. It's really hard not to get upset about that. That would even give me an excuse to employ the maid rewards card I made, though I never truly believed I would have a chance to make use of them. Very well, your pleas have convinced me. I shall clean up everything in this room so fast it will make your head spin. And I shall not stop until, with tears in your eyes, you beg me to do so. No, it's not that. I mean, I would love for you to clean up the rust and mold that's built up here over the years, but I have something else in mind. I've been bound up in here for so long that I'm a little worried it may not be fully functional. It's not exactly an urgent matter right now, but as a weapon it would be very embarrassing to find out I wasn't functioning properly in the middle of a battle. But I ask you to assist me in a combat test, so I can see how everything is working. If you're a Gorgon or anything to go by, it would seem the prisoners here are severely bereft of playmates. Although I suppose I cannot say I am surprised, given how you have been forced to live in a moldy rat-infested cell like this for so long. Fortunately for you, I am as generous as I am kind. Children often ask me to play with them when I traveled around town incognito, and I would gladly apply to them. Of course, I am also an exemplary emperor who takes every one of her pursuits seriously, so I always end up beating them so soundly they would go home bawling. And that's not really something to brag about, you know. Still, in this case, I guess it's okay since there are so many of us here. This could even be a more efficient way of introducing ourselves. Why is everyone here always so eager for a fight? And here, I was hoping that being confined in a death row prison might keep me safe from being dangerous and potentially deadly situations. You know, it's ironic how she thinks that she would be safe in a death row prison, because she's basically on death row right now, right? So essentially, she's gonna die eventually in the prison. That's just how these prisons go, right? Essentially, she thinks she's safe from death when she's on her way to death. Really sad. But hey, we took Enkidu down halfway. Alright. Do this. What's this do? Increase NP gauge and 10% or higher. That's fine. Do this though. Now this might kill Enkidu. I'm not entirely sure on that. I'd hope it does, so we can continue on the story. Yeah, well, goodbye Enkidu. 2 tones, not bad. Alright, thanks for the coins. Okay, preparation. Fighting an assassin and a lancer. Well, crap. Guess it's time to break out the caster. Yeah, caster and lancer. Let's do this. Now I see. So you want to defeat Maeve, and to do that, you were looking for someone with the knowledge you needed and the ability to perform the necessary calculations. Exactly. Are you good at math? I have to say, though, if you aren't the dastardly, bizarre, intellectual professor we were hoping to find, I'm afraid this was all a waste. Oh well, it's not as though we were exactly guaranteed to succeed here. I guess it can't be helped. Yes, I'm good at math, okay. Since you are kind enough to remove my restraints, I will help you. There is something we can do. Given how many people don't give pharaohs the respect we deserve lately, it's wonderful to meet someone who properly understands the importance of compassion. That said, can you actually do what we need? Of course. While I may not be some sort of criminal mastermind, I am a weapon. Calculating the ballistic trajectory of a projectile is a core function of mine. And of course, I already know the layout of the prison. The courtyard setup, the palace with the warden's office, all those other structures. I may not have seen them directly, but I'm able to perceive them clearly enough through the resonance of the earth. It's not like anything besides me can turn into anything else after all. If you need more information, there are numerous ways to collect it from here. My, I can't say you were the sort of person I was expecting to find, but it does seem you have the knowledge and abilities we were seeking. One good turn really does deserve another. If you do good, you'll be rewarded in kind, just like the Buddha said. I prefer to think that if one takes risks and engages in foul play, one will be richly rewarded. Remember that we have been digging beneath this prison in an attempt to escape it, and freeing other villainous criminals as we do so. At least from our warden's perspective, we must be quite the villains ourselves. Well, no matter. Thanks to our new friend here, we now have the data we lacked. All we need to do now is incorporate those numbers into our equations and... Oh boy. Oh, it's meal time. Have you been behaving yourself in here? Come, show me how our saddest, most wonderfully naive prisoner is doing, just like you always do. In return, I'll laugh at you, lecture you about your life in captivity, and grind my teeth as I fight my urge to drain your blood. Up. You're free. Well, what's going on? Why, your restraints off? Oh, it's nice, isn't it? These kind passerbys help me out of them. What? How'd you all get in here? You removed their restraints. Man, it's just saying one thing led to another. There's something we need this one's help with, after all. You can't be serious. We keep prisoners in solitary confinement for a reason. How can you not see that? That applies whether you're a poor victim who's been marked by the blood countess or a vampire who has been in prison for her sins. This simply will not do. It will not do. I will never, never, never let anyone escape their incarceration before their sentence has been served. That goes for all of you just as much as it does in Kidu. Though I will say I'm impressed that you've managed to dig this far. As a reward, I shall fill your tunnels back in with your anguished screams. You've already taken out Nightingale. There's no going back now. Let's do this. Alright. First up are Lancers. Why it literally has to be only Lancers, I don't know. Come on, take him out. Thank you. Man, even at level 80, Nero does a lot of damage. That, and that. Ooh, good job, Fran. God Carmilla. Sadly, she has a break bar, but it won't actually help her. Bye-bye, Jailer A. Nice knowing you. Oh, defense down, huh? I mean, you can try all you want. It's not like you'll actually be able to do anything to us, though. Although we do have to do this before you can bring out your Iron Maiden and do a lot of damage to us with the Noble Phantasm. Yeah. Quick down. That doesn't do anything for us. Ooh, Mama Raiko. Increased damage for all allies. increase buster damage for a certain ally. Increase defense for yourself. Okay, yeah. Goodbye, Camilla. You won't be using your Iron Maiden today. Thanks for playing. And goodbye. Overkill for the finish. Alright, Camilla, what you got to say before you die? Or will you not die? That should take care of all the data we need for our calculations. So it would seem. Now to hand this off to the engineering team. It's done. Let me see. Oh yes, these blueprints are perfect. If you make it according to these specifications, the projectile should absolutely hit our target at the speed and trajectory we calculated. Oh, so we finally have a means of assassinating Mabe. Looks that way, but we only have one shot. We can't let her find out that what we're up to beforehand, and we can't afford to fail either. No matter how insistent Mabe may be about taking a shower at the same time each day, if she knows we're planning to assassinate her there, she won't be so predictable. We need to consider this a one-time opportunity. Of course we do. No matter how low the stakes may be, one only ever gets a single chance to succeed in any battle. Which means this is our Okehazama. Oh, maybe we should pray for victory or something. I could dance an Atsumori if you like. The only problem left is to actually building the thing. As you can see, I only have the Book of Gods here. So I'd like you to handle collecting materials and assembling the catapult. You put that back on, and you're going back to reading your clay tablets. I take it you consider your part in this to be concluded. It seems that you have no intention of leaving yet. No, I don't plan on leaving. At least not yet. I say here, at least in part, because I like it. I helped you with your plan because it benefited me. At any rate, you all should go ahead with your plan. I'll be waiting to see how it turns out. Don't worry, I'm not sure if it's just because the guards are afraid of me or not, but they've left me with plenty of books to read. Imagine the plan will be finished by the time I've gotten through them all. True, he or she had already helped us more than enough. I also thoroughly appreciate the value of time spent reading, so I believe it is fair to say that the next part is our problem to solve. One task yet remains. Before we can put out a plan I did read out. Our plan into action. That said, we are still prisoners. That said, I believe it goes without saying that if we are to create this cheese-a-pult, we will still need someone's help. Incidentally, I'm aware the picture of this paint is one of sad 50-ish gentlemen talking to a doll. So I hope it also goes without saying that this picture is one of happenstance, not intent. Senpai! Of course I'll help! Right, I'm sure the others will tell us everything you need to get. And just like before, you can use the visiting room to assist them to sneak them the materials. I shall let them use their blueprints to build their cheese-a-pult. This may not be a part of a race, but it will still directly affect everyone's escape plan. I'll help you out too, so let's do our best, Senpai. Alright, now we're playing as the master, I assume. Execution. Oh god. Someone's up for execution? This isn't gonna go well at all, is it? Oh wait, hold on. No execution. Could it be us executing Mabe? Maybe. Mabe Show! Between the abnormalities in Canuck's land, the invisible attack dog and the prison guards who have disappeared, probably slacking off, Queen Maeve certainly has more than her fair share of headaches. Nonetheless, she never forgets the importance of smiling and keeping her composure. After another hard day of problem solving, it's time for the Queen's regular shower. How wonderfully Celtic. What's more, today we have a very special treat. We've been authorized to show the Queen's shower on the air. Well, not exactly authorized, I'm afraid. Here's what I mean. I mean, this is as close as I'll probably get to seeing Maeve in the buff. Well, actually, no. I could literally just, again, go on Pixiv or any scientific research site and see a lot of Maeve in her birthday suit. It would be great. This incredible spectacle alone should be more than an ample reward for any well-trained Canuckian. We have received reports of viewers fainting across the country, so please try to contain yourselves. Nonetheless, I can hardly blame you, as the sound of the water hitting her body is almost too much. Oh, to be one of those lucky little droplets. How alluring, how beautiful, how utterly divine. It's as though the steam itself, as it dances around the showers, hesitant to touch that perfect form. As the steam walks shyly out the window, she turns toward it and smiles as if to tell it has nothing to fear. And don't worry, there are no tall buildings nearby that I can see into this window, so she has nothing to fear from peeping Toms. The only thing that could be so lucky as to catch sight of her would be a little bird flying by. And should that happen, the Queen would surely smile and invite the tiny citizen to come and join her in song. Blue sky showers streams of smiling face. As long as we have those joyous sights to feast upon, the nation of Connacht will surely endure forever. Indeed, so long as our beloved Queen lives, Connacht is assured to enjoy boundless prosperity for. What's this? Oh? Yeah. Whoa. Oh my, what a surprise! The Queen's performed back-facing roundhouse. Such splendor, such beauty, one might die of shock from viewing such perfection in motion. I mean, if I could literally get rid of that, then you could see a lot more. I mean, this is nice in and of itself. Huh? Did you really think that would work on me? I don't know what sort of lowlife is responsible for this, but this is a good chance as any to set the record straight. Yes, if a piece of cheese hits me, I will die, just like how anyone else would die from getting hit by a rock. But that's only if it manages to hit me. And unfortunately for you, the would-be assassins, I've trained my body to automatically react whenever cheese comes flying toward me. I'm the Queen of Connacht. I have a duty to lead this land to prosperity for a long, long time to come. There was no way I was going to let my weakness remain a weakness forever. What? Phone. What? Oh, come on! Well, that was a fast, failed execution. For another hope. Escape 3. What is our hope going to be this time? Because apparently trying to assassinate her with cheese, it was a complete failure. What if you feed her cheese? If she eats cheese, would she still die because she's still getting cheese on her body? Our calculations were perfect. The cheetah's shape and weight to elevation, the initial speed to timing the execution. We tested our design extensively to eliminate all design flaws and possibility of error before arriving at our final iteration. It was a feat of mathematical and engineering genius, so let us hold our heads high, my fellow scientists. It's not fair. Moo, I know all too well how you feel, lion-headed king of inventions. We did our very best, made no mistakes, and we were still ultimately defeated in a surprisingly low-tech way. That was an amazing back-facing roundhouse. I could swear I even saw a shockwave on impact. Since there was nothing savory about her kick, I have nothing but praise for it. I do have to wonder, though, is that sort of thing trendy with queens these days? The Mabe we've seen this singularity does strike me as being a little different from the one we've seen before. It's almost like she's been optimized to protect her land or something, then again. It may just be that any Celtic woman who could pull off something like that if she trained hard enough. Regardless, the fact remains that we failed to clean her up. That's our greatest problem. We couldn't beat her. You're not going to say you're glad she didn't die, are you? Yes, in some circumstances, witnessing the death of another can be unpleasant for me, as it can cause me to think of my own death. However, such is not the case with sniping, and it does not bring my death to mind. As such, I typically would not care in one way or another. However, since the survival of the Queen has a direct effect on our own chances at living or dying, it would seem I do not have the luxury of indifference. Now that we failed to cheese her, she'll be much more alert than she was before. We should assume we won't get another shot at taking her out. Oh, she'll probably start trying to root out the culprits and make an example of them. You know, grisly executions and such. Pretty standard stuff with your typical tyrannical despo. I've had my fair share of attempted assassination, so believe me, I know what I'm talking about. You should have seen Sugitani's shooting event. Talk about dangerous. Of course, it didn't change the fact I still ended up Honoji'd in the end. I too understand how difficult it is to assassinate someone who has her guard up. The only course of action available to us is to wait for her to lower her guard, whether it takes months or years. But how will I protect public decency this summer if I am locked away the entire time? So essentially, we completely failed, and the last chance to assassinate her, great. Which means we've lost our one and only chance to get rid of the prison field. I was surprised too, so much so that I even looked up from the Book of the Gods. But I'm not surprised that your assassination attempt failed. What I am surprised by is Mabe's self-control in overcoming her weakness. I thought she was the type to trust her natural abilities, so much that she would never bother with further training, but clearly I was wrong. Turns out she's the sort who is willing to do whatever she has to in order to overcome her flaws. So it would seem I had the wrong idea about her too. As a ruler of the kingdom myself, I have to give her credit where credit is due. Yes, I suppose you're right about that. And now, unfortunately, it seems our hands are tied. After all, the only way to get around the prison field is to assassinate Mabe. You mean you're not all trying to take over this prison for yourselves? A very pacifist of you. I didn't realize that all you wanted was a way to remove the barrier. Well, if that's so, there is still a way to remove it. All you need to do is follow the right steps. I mean, none of you did mention this, so obviously Enkidu wouldn't have brought it up. Hold up. What did you just say? There's another way to remove the prison field. One that doesn't involve killing Mabe. Ah, of course there is. Guitarist and girl who's learning to swim. Like any mechanical... Helena learning to swim, okay. Like any mechanical creation, it can't be turned off. Of course, assassinating Mabe would have just sidestepped all that entirely and gone straight to tearing down the whole prison. But if all you wanted is to get rid of the barrier, then you simply need to make the appropriate arrangements. How do we not see this sooner? This calls all that we know into question. That cursed snakeworm must have lied to us again. So somebody else told you that killing Mabe was the only way to get rid of the barrier, huh? Given the crudity of that particular method, I have an idea of who it was. Still, I don't think you could have done anything differently. I'm the only one here who knows about this. As I may have mentioned before, there are some things only those of us born of the earth can grasp. So then, how dare we go about disabling the prison field? Since the barrier's origin and the stone located somewhere high above the ground... I said it's the freaking statue! Destroy the freaking statue, and her freaking prison field will go down! Literally, the only thing that shows her greatness inside the freaking prison, that shows authority, and everything else is her damn statue. Destroy it, you take down the barrier, you can kill Mabe, continue the race. I don't know why I'm harping on this. And eventually what will happen, but whatever. It seems to be a control device, and because of how powerful the barrier emits, its control spell is actually quite simple. I don't see any supplementary power units anywhere, so I think that just turning this device off should let you shut down the barrier. A stone located up off the ground. Wonder if it's anything like the Five Elements mountain on top of Wukong. Or maybe it's more like a floating boulder from the heavenly realm, but I don't think I saw anything like that outside. It could be something that's made out of stone. Something made out of stone, but we did not see anything like her freaking statue! I said this day one! That's the thing causing the barrier! It's so simple! That's it! Finally! They all finally know what I've been saying since day one! Had anyone listened to me, we would have already been out of the freaking prison. I mean, seriously, take out the freaking statue and we're good! Make it harder than you need to be. That statue stood out like a sore thumb when we first got here. At some point we must have gotten so used to it that we stopped paying it any attention. Now I see. It was hiding in plain sight all along. Incidentally, that was one of my 48 pushing 50 techniques in action. There's something that sounds appropriately detective-ish to prevent anyone from grilling you on why you didn't notice sooner. I recommend it to anyone working in middle to upper tiers of management. Given that even a genius of my caliber failed to notice this, any grilling that sort would be meaningless. The real question is, what do we do now? So if we can manage to do something about the control device in that statue, we may be able to get rid of the barriers, that's right. Well yes, but Mabe is very aware of how important the device is. Security is bound to be tighter than ever. What's more, using my presence detection, I can tell there's someone else in this prison who's nearly as powerful as her. That must be Vice Warden Quetzalcoatl. Meanwhile, we remain weakened. If we attempt to approach the device without a plan, we will surely be cleaned up. I really don't want to die. Do we have any other options? Maybe we could persuade her to let us out, or win her over with a bribe. Or give her a coup and she might be thinking differently. If only it were that easy. Actually, that sort of a person might just be a best bet option. For example, in addition to myself, I've heard there's another maximum security prisoner who happens to be a master of disguise. I presume you can take it from there. Now I see, that does seem worth considering. So I mean, that's what you mean. Take the form of Quetzalcoatl and you can do it? It looks like all the intellectual race is like in Kato's idea. It's so much nicer being able to talk over here. How about you, Sal? Figured it out yet? Yep, sure have. I can't believe you're able to keep up with such brainy servants. That's amazing, Senpai. I don't doubt that you're telling the truth, but I can also tell from your wry smile how embarrassed you are to be praised like that. We'll get this master of disguise to trick Quetzalcoatl and have it deactivate the prison field for us. Yeah. There are just two things we need to confirm. First is Quetzalcoatl's authorized to do that. Here's the thing though. Would Mabe ever actually say to disable the barrier? No! That's one part of the plan that doesn't really make sense. Definitely, I've noticed that the prison's field, range, and strength are adjusted occasionally. And it has happened at times when Mabe is far away from the prison. In fact, the most recent adjustment was made right before you all arrived. Getting she contacted the prison to inform them she was bringing in a group of powerful prisoners, that they could strengthen the barrier a bit before they arrived. And it cannot possibly have been Mabe who made the adjustment. Well, Mabe is surely the core of the barrier's power. The fact that the barrier is rooted here and the location tells us something important. It's impossible for one person to manage alone. Good, now here's the second thing. We're going to trick Quetzalcoatl into following false orders. Those orders will naturally have to come from a false Mabe. Is that going to work? I mean, can this person really disguise himself as Mabe well enough to fool her? This master is as good as they are rumored to be. That shouldn't be a problem. I'm told that they can transform to anyone, male or female. Supposedly, they can mimic their target spirit's origin somehow. Wait. The person can transform into any servant, whether it's male or female. Is Dantes coming back? This could be a problem. Wait. No. It was never Dantes. It was Sherlock Holmes, Master of Disguise, right? Because again, it was never Dantes. It was Sherlock Holmes, I think. Because after his disguise came off, he was, yeah, whatever. This could be a problem. I only know 2 people with such skill in disguise, and one of them I would very much prefer to avoid. I will just ask directly. Is this Master of Disguise a detective? I mean, come on, yeah. No, I don't think so. For one thing, detectives usually send people to prison, not get sent there themselves. This person is anything then according to the rumors I have heard, I would say they are a phantom. Phantom? Dantes? Come on. I want to see Edmond Dantes again, dang it. It sounds like you should be able to take your way to the cell of this mysterious Master of Disguise from here. Okay, I've officially made this their cell, the next checkpoint. You want to get to rid of the prison field, you'll have to get this phantom person to join you. Once you've done that, you'll be able to that much closer to your escape. Alright, everyone get ready, the prison break race is back on. I mean, he's a phantom. Edmond Dantes is the only one I can think of that's freaking a phantom. Master of Disguise. I don't think it's the Phantom of the Opera. Dang it, you'd think with how long I've played I would be able to figure this out. Oh my god, we're almost done. Oh my god, it's almost done already. Oh crap. Who's first? 93. Oh crap, Nobu's first. And Nero and Maid Alter are in second. Ooh, I get to bring Nero Claudius Castor with us again. Okay, I'm all for that. Sadly, I don't have a cast of my own. That's a summer version, but whatever. I was just about to click on Kaori Meat. No thank you. Shion Timor Toria and Nero Spoon. Alright, 1 of 2 battles. Goodbye goes to prison A. And goodbye goes to prison B. Yeah. Don't mess with Nero Claudius Castor, which makes me really wish I got her as well. Dang it. Well, in either way. That, and that. Alright, do that, and that. So these are spirits of the people that have died from Mabe riding them. So was that a blissful death, or was that a terrible death? All these questions that need answers. What is it really? Oh, so close. Can you, Hey, you actually can, okay. Well, you guys, time for you to see what Nero Claudius Castor's Noble Phantasm is, if you haven't actually seen it yet. Really upsets me that my friends got Nero Claudius Castor and Maid Alter. Like, what is their luck compared to mine? The last 5-star I think I got? Who was the last 5-star I got? Was it Arjuna? Oh, wait, no. Paid Gotcha Waiver was the last 5-star, but the last 5-star I actually got that wasn't a guaranteed was, I believe, Arjuna. I think.
外に出るまで我慢しろ。私も我慢している。
Yep, hey, at least they're in second place, so as long as they get in second place here, I am pretty sure Nero and Mid-Alter will still come out on top. Now, Formation, Spirit Origin. Let's see, last 5-star I got was... Yeah, it was Arjuna. Because Waver is technically my newest one still, even though it shows new. I don't know why. Because I don't have any other 5 stars. And I mean, I was really salty when I got Arjuna and didn't get Okita, so... He's still level 1 to this day. Should I level Arjuna up? I mean, he might be a decent archer. And his Noble Phantasm can kill all enemies. Wait, hold on. Yeah, it says to all enemies. I mean, I have Karna maxed out, so I guess I could do Arjuna. And then Arjuna will pop up under the 5-star category, which is up right here. And then he can be part of the 5 stars that I've got, level 90 and don't play. So yeah. I guess with that, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys next one, where we will be done with this race and continuing on with the next leg of the story. To finally disable the barrier, even though I literally told everyone how the heck to do it quite a while ago. Just so sad. I mean, it was plainly obvious, but yeah. See you guys later.